Good evening, comrades. KOULDBAYNE's stream is about to commence. Please remain seated for takeoff. Enjoy.
Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Yeah, I'ma stand up, take control tonight. Spent too much time on the plan, it's right. It's time to execute now on your dream in life. Gotta fail fast, learn, try again and fight, alright. Pull the trigger, 6-7 figures. Making that money from the drive that's in ya. Gold digger, making money quicker. Pain is good, make your skin a little thicker. It ain't luck, anyone that's at the top, no it ain't luck. It's a grind, it's a time since the day one. It's your mind deep inside, how you stay tough, how you get back up. You put the work in and it comes back. Multiply, stack, execute and you can take that. What you want bad, it's the truth, I'm the change that you can make fact. Yeah, I've done it, it ain't luck, I can teach you. Stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. You could get it all in some time. Make your dreams come to life. We ain't thinking small, thinking light. We just want it all in our sights. Move quicker, see the big picture. You could be selfish or you could be a giver. Go wizard, problem solve fixer. We ain't giving up till it's all delivered, Don't stop at the top, we gon' make it alright. No lies, just hard working and some long nights. Get lost, we dive deeper, disciplined life. The cost of sweat, time, yeah, worthy price. I don't care what they all say, no way. Negativity, any hate, I got no space. We gon' put our hands up to the sky. Appreciate our lives and we fight till we die. Yo, stand up, we gon' make some moves tonight. Yeah, stand up, got something to prove tonight. So stand up, we ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We ain't gonna stall, never stop. We gon' make it all to the top. We ain't gonna plan tonight. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. We gonna take action on our dreams and fight, alright. Action on our dreams and fight, alright.
Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
What's going on, comrades, and welcome to another exciting episode of Gunpla Hangar, where tonight I am working on the GNW001 Gundam Throne Eins. Now, this is from the Gundam 00 series, guys. One of the series I have not watched out of the Gundam lines. Definitely got to check it out, though. I've been told it's one of the good ones there. Before we begin, we got Wider Spawn right here. He was early into the chat tonight, dropping in some love before the show started. How's it going, Wider Spawn? Hope you're doing well. Saying hello to us. Dave saying, let's freaking go. Dave, if you're still in the chat, brother, I sent out a link to the Gunpla chat that we have on Facebook. Come join. Casey, what's up? It was a pleasure seeing you and your family there yesterday at the Asian market we went to. Me saying, hey to everybody. Captain Spalding, how's it going, brother? Hope you're doing well over there in Cali. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with everybody in the chat. Everybody's saying hey to everybody. That's awesome. Wider Spawn is there. There we go. Jen says she's tired. Ooh, you got some good things. That sounds good. That sounds really good. Hey, Marcus. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Gundam 007. Not quite there. Dave's Dimensions. Squid Jerky. I tried it. I can't get into it. Yeah, we had some good karage. Karage is always pretty good. You click the link, Dave. Did it get you in? Did it work? I mean, I don't see you in here, so I don't know if it worked. One second, guys. I want to make sure. I sent the permanent link as well. Circle Spinning says joining. Okay. Could be Stream Doodle or whatever this is called. Talk Studios. There we go. It could be Talk Studios just being Talk Studios. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's having a good night. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. This is our last Sunday stream for the year, guys. Well, possibly for the year. I like that. I heard it gave me a notification. Dave, what's up?
There you go. Can you hear me?
All right, I see the talk box
Hello?
going for Dave, but I do not hear him. Let me make sure that my audio is fixed there.
Testing 1 2.
Where's my settings at here?
Test.
This is
Test.
that's not what I needed to be.
Testing.
Nah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm not hearing the audio. I heard it. It told me that you were here, Dave, but I don't hear you.
Rick
So I don't know
James.
what's going on there. It shows you're talking, so I know it's on my end.
Jen can hear me.
Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me go in here. Ah, there's the issue. Now I can hear you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I know exactly what the issue. I found exactly what the issue was.
Was it your speakers?
Yep, my speakers were on the.
Your audio output.
My audio output was coming from my mic, apparently.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not where my headphones. I don't have any headphones plugged into that, so whatever. It's all good. It's all good.
I mean, it's got the bells and whistles that streamer has, and
Yeah.
at a fraction of the cost. So I mean, there is a slight curve.
Definitely. The only thing I don't like is I can't loop anything. So if I need to take a break, you guys are just gonna be stuck here with this.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully that's something that they're gonna fix in the future, because I believe this was at one point known as Melon. Then
Yeah.
Streamlabs absorbed it, rebranded it.
Ooh.
So
These instructions I like. I like these instructions. All right, so Dave, how's your weekend going?
It's going. Just I've been printing a crap ton of stuff for my wife and her coworkers.
Huh. Yeah, I can hear your printer going. It sounds.
Oh,
That-
I'm printing something Gundam related. So in another hour, you'll see what it is.
Ooh, I like.
So I
Gundam
printed
related.
one of these. You've heard of like the Disney movies Descendants.
Yes.
This is supposed to be the red character. So we printed this up custom for one of my wife's coworkers.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So we printed out the hair and everything. Legs move. I have to put a little bit more glue in the neck, but yeah.
I already started cutting out the wrong part. Look at me.
Printed some, some football Lego figs also.
Nice. Got some. I was about to say, have you printed any bills?
Oh, Gundam builds? No.
No. Bills, Buffalo.
Oh, Buffalo Bills? Yes, I have actually.
I kind of figured you would, Dave, because being our resident,
Well-
Buffalo native,
Well, my wife wanted the figs made, so we printed.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull up the
Right, and
picture
hey,
here.
Ricardo, when did you sneak in here? Oh, there you are. I thought I said hey, but if I didn't, hey, Ricardo, how's it going?
So you
All
can
right, I gotta
see.
catch up here, guys. So I'm gonna be skipping some.
So I printed lions and bills for my wife.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh no, Casey.
What's great is the printer I have is Bamboo Labs. They actually have Maker World website, which is like their own full database filled with tons of. I mean, like it's like their version of Thingiverse, but
Yeah.
all the files are free files that you can get on there. Whether it's stuff for designed for doing upgrades and organizing stuff. If you want, you can print. You can even get some Gundam related prints.
Yeah.
So
Ooh, that sounds. I mean, that does
I
sound-
saw. Now speaking of Lego figs, they have a Lego fig one that I'm tempted to print for you because it's a Gundam head.
Ooh, I do like. You know me. I like my Gundams, man.
Yes.
I love my Gundams. All right, I got to figure out how to get this dome in here. Marcus, I may build another Yu-Gi-Oh kit. I've got one in the backlog, and that'll probably come out in 2025.
Okay, Yuki boy.
Yu-Gi boy. But I do have another Yu-Gi-Oh kit or two that I'm looking to build. All right, I'm already liking this kit for one reason. We get a nice little clear dome to go into the chest there.
Very, very nice.
All right, so now I need to break out the A24 part that I was accidentally cutting out a second ago. It feels like I'm building an internal frame for this first. It's actually kind of cool. It does have the GN drive, which is really cool. All right, so we'll need the C runner now.
So I finally watched the CGI Gundam
Recommend Prevention?
series from the other side.
Yes, from the Netflix.
Yes, it wasn't bad.
I'm enjoying it. I haven't finished it yet.
I've heard some people give some criticisms, but
There's a lot of criticism because it just feels it feels like low-end video game in the quality, but I mean, the story to me was really good. I'm enjoying the story.
I'll say it this way. I mean, with the CGI, they
Yeah.
could have easily tied in a video game for it. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, most likely. I mean, this was to test the waters for CGI.
I
And
mean,
guarantee you-
I liked it. The CGI was, I mean, it's
Yeah.
better than a lot of other stuff we've seen, like the Resident Evil CGI movies that they've done.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of those. I was not a huge fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've done better with these, so.
Yeah. I will say. Oh, I think I messed up here. I think I already messed up. It's not a bad mess up, but it's a mess up that I gotta pry parts free. Weird shaped parts.
He says it's not a bad mess up, but it's not a good mess up.
It's not a great mess up, but it's not a bad mess up. But yeah, Requiem for Vengeance was. Oh yeah, Jen's talking to her story about the frog that landed on her while she was trying to sleep.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, she was just laying in bed one night, and I hear her screaming,
Ribbit.
and just a little tree frog had gotten into the house and decided it was going to land on her.
Oh, speaking of my printing,
Casey. I love your stories, Casey. I love your stories.
my wife bought some special color print or
Yeah.
filament, but let's just say it must have been a bad batch because now one of my slots on the multicolor apparatus that I use, one
Yeah.
of those slots is not working properly now.
Oh,
Motor's working,
that's not good.
so I have to tear it apart at some point and get whatever is clogging it up out.
Blaze! What's up, brother? How's it going?
The Darth one himself.
By the way, guys, just a reminder. After Wednesday, that will be it possibly for 2024 stream schedule. So we are leaving Friday for Baltimore, and I'll be going for about 2 weeks in I'll be going for 2 weeks in Baltimore.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. It's good. I'm getting a week. I'm getting a little over a week-long vacation. Definitely needed.
Didn't know if it was work related.
Oh no. I don't get those kind of fancy trips from work
Yet.
Yeah. I mean, they may end up sending us out to like conferences and stuff. Okay, I just realized you did the same thing I can do. You can mute your mic like this.
Yeah, the Fine I've had for a long time. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Mine
nice.
is,
It's just touch sensitive. It's touch sensitive.
See, mine's got
So.
the touch right here on the top. I can just
Okay.
tap and untap.
Honestly, I went back to the Yeti mic because I like some of like the sound filters they have and how you can play with audio.
Yeah.
But it's the cord that I use for it, or the jack on the microphone just goes bad. With this one, it's just USB Type-C. I've swapped out the cords. I never have issues with this. It's just that sometimes it picks up the background noise. Whereas with the Yeti, usually, with the Blue Yetis, that is, you can switch to cardioid. You have the different modes you can switch to.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, I've retired my Snowball mic just because I wanted something I could actually control the volume a little better with.
yeah.
And that's why I went with what I've got now, which is this HyperX Quadcast. I was looking to get like the cheaper HyperX, and I ended up grabbing this one, thinking it was.
Yeah,
gonna be,
I've looked at the
same
HyperX ones. I like a lot of the ones, but
Yeah.
it was like price wise. I'm like, this was like a 60 something microphone,
Yeah.
so I just went with it.
Oh my god, this design! The colors on this are also pretty interesting. They're not quite a black, but they're not quite like a. It's almost like a chocolate.
Okay.
Chocolate, like a chocolate brown almost.
Chocolate.
B25. Yeah, just I guess that's the way it looks in the light, but
is that one. Where the
B25.
Oh, okay. I got up 2 pieces. Okay.
Then B14. I was sitting here listening to some music earlier, and I ended
Not
up
Christmas music, was it?
Oh no!
Okay.
Fun
Just
fact
make
about
sure.
me, guys, is I am not a huge fan of Christmas songs. Like, I absolutely do not like Christmas music. I don't know what it is.
I'm not, because I worked in retail for a number of years, but also my first real paying job in high school was a roller rink DJ. So I had, no. So I remember when the Mariah Carey song came out. No thanks.
I also participate in Whamageddon every year, too. For those of you that don't know, Whamageddon is a competition in which you have to survive the whole month, the whole like Christmas season, without hearing "Last Christmas" before Christmas. If you can make it before Christmas, I try to make it before New Year's. If I can make it before New Year's, then I'm in great shape and I have survived Whamageddon.
See, I don't think Wham is that bad,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's not that it's bad.
It could be
just
worse.
it's not that it's bad. It's legit. I like the song, but that's one of the few Christmas songs I like because I like Wham,
Okay, Ryan Reynolds. Wham.
Wham.
By the way, saw Red 1 last week. We went to the theaters. And then, of course, this week I'm like, I told my wife, I'm like, guess what's on Amazon Prime
Hey,
Video
Michael.
right now?
Michael, would you like to come on and build? Happy birthday, Kenneth.
KB?
How's it going, man? Happy belated birthday. Ah, you're a Sagittarius just like I am. Nice.
Yeah, so I spent like $50 last weekend so the two of us could go see Red 1, and it's on Amazon Prime this week.
So you literally you went to go watch the movie, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, by the way, we're dropping it on Amazon Prime."
Yep. I looked
hate
at my
that.
wife. I was like, yeah, guess what's on Amazon Prime? She's like, oh, what? So-and-so? I'm like, no. Red 1. She's like, what? I was like, yeah.
Oh, that's low. I can't stand that. I can't stand that at all, man.
Well, see, she really wanted to see it because she thought it was
Yeah.
a cute-looking movie. I mean, obviously, it's The Rock doing a Christmas movie, which I think that's his first Christmas movie, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, and of course, you get Chris Evans in there. And Chris Evans this is like vintage Chris Evans. You know,
Yeah.
he's like he's the smart aleck,
Yeah.
kind of a fast talker. It's reminiscent of Johnny Storm.
Gotcha.
Old school Johnny Storm.
Old school Johnny Storm. Yeah.
Yeah. But to me, it was enjoyable. She said she thought it was a little slow in some parts. But, I mean, you have to establish yourself first. You kind of have to establish the plot and everything, right? But I enjoyed it. I think it's a fun kind of a movie, and I think it opens up the potential for a larger universe.
Everybody say
So-
happy birthday to Kenneth. Thank you.
Happy
Really?
birthday, Kenneth. So, I mean, it's not really a spoiler,
Yeah.
but the fact that it opens the potential for a larger universe, and you'll see what I mean if you do go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, I plan on catching it soon. Now that it's out on streaming, I mean, if you got to pay for it on Prime, it probably be a while.
Well, I mean, if you have Prime Video, then it's
Yeah.
part of it.
Okay, so it is free.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's if you have Amazon, if you're already an Amazon subscriber already, so
I have
you're
Prime.
good.
So there we go. I was like, where's
Optimus
that not on?
Prime, not that kind of Prime.
But I want to check out that too. The new Transformers movie.
I watched it because I was totally against it the entire time
Yeah.
because I'm a G1 person. I mean, G1 till the day I die. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it was enjoyable. It was a different take on the Star Wars Origins. Because if you're a G1 fan, the original origin of Orion Pax becoming Optimus Prime was him and his best friend, Dion, were basically, they were gullible. They thought that Decepticons were the coolest and the best. And then Orion Pax and his girlfriend,
yeah.
Ariel, get destroyed, and then Alpha Trion is the one who rebuilds them into, Elita 1, Optimus Prime, of course.
Yeah.
So it was a whole different mythos onto it, and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it plays like a kind of a buddy cop going on an adventure type movie.
Gotcha.
And believe it or not, Hemsworth wasn't bad.
I've heard he does a pretty good job.
Well, his take on Optimus and Orion Pax is like, it's completely different, but I think it's good for the next generation.
Yeah.
I think it's good in that respect.
Yeah.
But, still there's going to be the hardcore Transformer fans who are going to be like, well, it obviously it's geared towards kids. It's an adventure. But I thought it was pretty good. The voice talents that they have in there, like Keegan, I can't remember his whole name. He's hilarious in there.
Oh yeah, Keegan Michael Key cracks me up regardless. Man. I love his stuff.
You know how
That's
how
sad,
him.
Michael Reed. I hate that you got to work extra.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mike. You know how him and his partner used to do those skits where they would say they would pronounce people's names incorrectly, or they would do like the sports athletes. They kind of do a play on that in there, which is so that's how you can obviously recognize his voice. Because he actually plays Bumblebee.
Ah, nice.
But it was a really good. I mean, the CGI was top notch.
Steve Buscemi was in Transformers 1?
Yes,
Nice.
yeah, Buscemi's in there. It was a fun movie. It's a whole different take on the mythos, but I think for the next generation, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the hardcore Transformer nuts will hey, I recognize that person, I recognize that person, I recognize that person.
Yeah. All right, I gotta look at this part.
They go into the whole, the primes, and so they go really deep dive, and they're actually setting up, obviously, the way they set up certain things, you can tell it's going to be for future films.
Nice.
So they're hoping that, they're obviously betting that this is going to be something big moving forward.
Yeah.
Universe build, just on the off chance that it does do well enough that, hey, let's go ahead and keep it going.
And I always do hope for something like that to happen, where a movie has enough success where they can kind of build up on it and,
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Transformers the movie, the 1986 film.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be 39 years old in 2020 next year, so it's 38 years old already.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'll be the same age.
It's old enough to have had kids that could be grown right now.
Yeah.
As much as that movie traumatized us.
It was, there was some moments that made me go, oof, that's a little painful to watch.
Well, speaking, I used to collect Transformers. I have a few Transformers right now.
Yeah.
But I love the Super 7 Ultimates that they have out.
Yeah.
For Power Rangers, and also there's some Transformer ones. But right now, Big Bag Toy Store has like a set of 4 of them for $86, and I'm really tempted to do it. And one of them is Optimus when he dies in his body's gray form. I'm like, I could 3D print like a table so he's laying on it and everything. I'm like, there's a lot of stuff I can 3D print now.
Yeah.
Like, son of a...
That scene hits so hard, and a lot of children...
It does. Because, I mean,
they were not prepared for that.
We saw Transformers when the Decepticons attacked the one Autobot ship, and they're killing Ironhide and just everybody, just like all these heroes who were like practically indestructible in the series, like one blast from Megatron and like he's wiping them out. It's like
it was just.
But when Optimus turns into that monochrome, and then Daniel, Spike's son, is like crying right there, you're just like, oh what, man.
You're like, man.
Optimus was our Superman. I mean, he was.
Yeah.
He white, red, and blue, and yellow. He was Superman. So
yeah. And I love that. Like, it's kind of funny because like you mentioned those colors, and everybody thinks immediately Gundam.
Well, yes, you could do that as well, but yeah.
That's one of the things that the Gundam.
I mean,
fans always
let's face it.
We deal with
the Gundams. I mean, the original Gundam. That was kind of like again Superman of mechs. Gundams were tougher, stronger, and more powerful than the other mobile suits. So yeah, I mean it's I mean, definitely I think there was a color representation that they kind of went with.
Also, speaking of Gundam, have you seen this? You saw the new announcement, right, for the new series?
No.
Gundam G-Quox.
What?
So this is actually a Gundam series that's taking place in an alternate timeline.
I thought you were going to say it was taking place at like a nightclub, and they launch out from a nightclub. So alternate timeline. So where's the shift at?
So this one is actually going to be that Zeon wins the war.
Oh. Yeah.
This is from what I've been reading, and the new suit looks freaking. It looks phenomenal. It's designed by the same team that did. It's a combination of the Gundam team and the team that did Evangelion.
Ooh.
I'm excited for that because I mean, having both of those, the two that shaped anime, mecha anime in the West. And a lot of people will sit there and go, did they really shape? Yeah, those two basically brought mecha anime full circle to the West.
Speaking of anime, I was watching some videos because I'm definitely interested in getting like one of those units like you've talked about with the video games.
Yeah.
And the one guy was reviewing it, and it had Fist of the North Star.
Yes.
And I was like, see, to me, like, growing up, like, being a teen in the 90s and whatnot, Fist of the North Star was
that
you hear
peak.
people talk about Akira and
Yeah.
Gundam and Robotech, but Fist of the North Star was.
Fist of the North Star was like where it was at. I watched that one a lot.
I mean,
I
was just so. I mean,
Yeah.
before Dragon Ball, I mean, there was Fist of the North Star was just like one of those.
It was
Just
it
it's
was your
it's
true
it's hard to
fighting
explain.
anime. Like it was your true action anime. You know, it was
Think like
You had-
Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, exactly. You had Fist of the North. You had Fist of the North.
You had a
Star.
couple of them actually. There was I think a few sequels because I remember back. What was it?
We got a question from Michael Reed for you there, Dave. He's like, what version is Dave building? You're building the 3. Is that the 3.0?
This is version 3.0. Yes. And by the way, I am a Dimension type.
Let's see. Casey said, I don't know much of Transformers. I just like that one animated series that had Sari and the Transformer robot in.
Oh yeah, I know
TV
what he's talking
show.
about. Where like there's a doctor who is like a West Indian, and his daughter like bonded with one of the Transformers, and so she became like a very pivotal part.
Yeah.
Yep, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yep. Casey is my good friend, and she's an amazing cosplayer. But she's been we ran into her the other day. We actually ran into her yesterday.
Did that hurt?
In Charleston.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Oh, speaking of friends,
Yeah.
I'm glad our mutual friend came back and did a premiere of a video this past week.
Oh yeah. He
The sleeping one has returned.
He has. And he sent me me and him always trade thumbnails back and forth, just kind of just to kind of critique them and see what we like, what we don't like.
Yeah.
I was like, you need something in there, bud. You need something. And he was like,
Snowman?
what? I was like, you need Joe Hendry in there pointing at you. Say his name and he appears, you know. So I said, you need him just looking proud at you. And so he put up one picture, and I was like, nope, that's not the one. So
I saw it, though.
yeah, I pulled up the one that's in the thumbnail. I actually I edited the thumbnail for him. And he loved it so much he used it. I was like, I didn't think he was going. I was just joking. I wasn't actually going, want you to use that, but good old sleep.
I'm glad to see him kind of getting back into the mix, so to speak.
Yeah,
We miss him.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there's a lot of people that miss him, and people always ask me all the time about him. They ask me about Berserker, which I talk to Berserker almost daily now, and
How's he doing?
he's doing okay. They've gotten most of the stuff done. We did raise a good little bit to kind of help him out there, and I think he told me at this point that he's back at it. He's working. He's doing what he can to kind of help get everything offset, so he doesn't have to worry about any debts or anything like that. Just everything that was kind of, there was some really heavy stuff that hit him at one time. With that house.
Well, I can only imagine.
There he is. There's Joe Hendry. We believe.
Hey, you said his name.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I gotta watch the rest of us. WWE came back with Saturday night's main event last night. I was watching some of it, but I was just like, I was so drained. I literally I went to sleep around 9 o'clock. Woke up at like 3 in the morning.
See, that was so I didn't go to bed at like 9. We stayed up to like 11 last night. My brother and my brother and his family were down. We actually went out to eat. For they wanted to
eat. No, I'm kidding.
We went out to eat for as a birthday celebration.
Yes, sir.
Because they wanted to come down the week of my birthday, but dude works a lot. He works a lot, and he was like, "Tell you what, we'll come down the weekend after, and we'll go eat." And I said, "That works. That's fine. No worries." And we took the kids to the local Asian market, and oh my God, they had a blast. His two oldest are really into anime. The two youngest really like cute, the cutesy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Ubu? No.
Well,
not that.
not that kind of cutesy. No. But we took them to the ramen house as well that we have here. You talk about a good meal. Most of my ramen went to them though. They were over there like, can I have some noodles? Can I have some noodles?
See, that's the thing. We don't have anything like that. We have like hibachi. We have like sushi spots. We don't have like a proper ramen place. I mean, like, if you say ramen, you're talking like cup of noodle or like the 99 cents or 50-cent little ramen packets.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is here we actually you can watch them cook and all that. Like they're cooking like you can see the kitchen. It reminds you of like one of those stalls.
Am I doing this right?
Casey said, when people ask me who my favorite Transformer is, I answer Ped, and they're like, who? Marcus said, you're right, KOULDBAYNE, Joe Hendry. But,
So, this version of the kit, it actually makes you do the core fighter first.
Yeah. Because
I don't think I've ever actually built the core fighter ever.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love building those little core fighters, man. They're always so much it's always so much fun to have that bonus in there. By the way, the Throne Eins is just, I love the design of this thing so far. It's such an odd design for a Gundam for me. And I don't mean odd as in bad. I mean odd as in like very different compared to what, like these 00 kits have always been kind of different. And they use purple for their decal work.
Okay.
For their light.
Well, I mean, on black, purple really pops. So I mean,
yes.
you know.
Yes, definitely.
Which, I mean, Transformers related. When I was dating my wife, she told me, because she knew that I was into toy collecting. In fact, first Christmas together, she got me an Optimus Prime. So she had said that, when she was a kid, she had a Transformer. I said, oh, which one? She was trying. First she said, oh, it was a plane. I was like, uh-oh. Then she's
Megatron,
like, it was purple. No, purple and black. I was like,
not Megatron.
Oh, Skywarp.
Yeah, Skywarp.
I was like, dear. I pulled it up on my phone. I said, did it look like this guy? She said, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's a bad guy. So ever since you were a child, you were into bad boys. And now you have, you're stuck with an Autobot. I don't know what to tell you.
I was thinking Starscream, and I said Megatron. Man, I totally blanked. And I built.
But it was like one of Starscream's underlings. So it's like, I'm like,
I remember that dude.
Yeah.
I'll say it took me a second, but as soon as you
Skywarp.
Yep.
He like almost never talked.
Yeah.
He was one of the Seekers.
That decal did not go the way I wanted it to. I feel like that would have been better as a paint. It's like a color separated piece, but it's all right.
We don't talk about decals. No.
These decals just aren't great. I'm gonna have to definitely take some white paint and kind of cover over them. All right, now we can take this piece here, and that goes.
I've been reorganizing the entire room, so
really?
I've been nothing. Oh, it's take a look.
Oh man!
I got the proton packs right there in front of me. Got a ghost trap. Reorganized like everything I had on the white shelves, the Back to the Future stuff right next to it.
Yeah.
All that used to take up like 3.5 shelves. So I went with 72 high, 24 inches deep, and 48 inches wide. Garage shelving.
Okay. Yeah.
Got 2 of those units for like $90 on Walmart.
That's what I keep behind me.
But now to cover up the little slots that you see there.
Yeah.
But black electrical tape.
Yeah.
And also got some caution tape, the stripe tape for the Ghostbuster proton packs.
Nice.
And when I'm done, I actually want to put a little surge protector.
Yeah.
So I can actually plug and charge up both packs. I can just have them running all the time.
Yeah.
So working on some upgrades.
I gotcha.
Without bust in the bank.
Right, so it looks like now we're working on the... Because I just finished the head and the weapon. They actually had me do the gun fairly early on this. And look at this gun design, Dave.
Ooh.
A lot
I
different.
like that. Kind of like
different.
It's almost aerodynamic.
Yeah.
Like, if he was flying through the air, the wings would almost kind of keep the gun steady, almost, it almost seems like.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out in posing. Because he has a shoulder cannon he uses as well, which is really cool.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron's a poser.
I do like to pose my kits.
But I got some props coming in this week. The dreaded, I'm sure you've seen it on Facebook and everywhere, the tuna box. The Ghostbusters trap and PKE meter.
Oh, nice.
The HasLab from like a year ago.
Yeah.
Finally coming out. A friend of mine did me a favor because remember I was kind of unemployed at the time.
Yeah.
He ordered it for us and I paid him for it. So.
Oh, it's a very thin piece and I don't like it.
That's when you got a good friend who'll be like, I know you're in trouble. No, things aren't great right now. You guys just pay me back when you can. And
yeah.
So he looked out. Because even Roxanne was like, I reached out to him because I knew you would feel left out. But I am looking forward to next year, though.
What you got going on next year?
Well, I went in on the recent HasLab for Ghostbusters, the Ecto 1, which is a 1/12 scale, and you can switch between part Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's got a USB port, so you can either run it on batteries or plug a USB cord into it, and you can just have the lights running the entire damn time.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
That'd be a nice little flash item in the background.
Yeah. Always said that if I ever get like any of my cosplays done that I want to get done, the Mando suit that I want to do, the Mando kit that I've got, I want to get.
Have you made a helmet yet?
I do have a helmet.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Because Alan gave me one that he 3D printed.
Okay.
And I've also got one that I bought from one of those stores. I'll never be able to be a merc. Okay. With the helmet I have. Which frankly,
little snug.
No, the Mandalorian mercs are very peculiar about who you buy your helmets from.
Oh yeah, from 501st.
So the mercs are they're a separate group from the 501st, but they're very
501st-y.
501st-y, yeah. I just am. I don't ever plan to join them just because of that. After that. Like, Alan showed them my helmet because I was actually really interested in doing it. I was really interested in the charity causes they do. And when they were like, yeah, it can't be made by this guy because he takes parts from the toys and puts them on the helmets, I was like, well, that's kind of what they did to make the costumes in the first place. I was like, if you ever watch anything about those costumes, like, they admit most of the spaceships and costumes were made from parts they found just laying around.
See, that's what I don't care for is...
Yeah.
That's how... I mean, hell, the original lightsabers were basically a flash component from old-style cameras.
Yeah.
So, I mean... See, that's why I love the Ghostbusters community as much as I do, because we don't have those kinds of restrictions. And it just would make sense if every community was like, yeah, anyone can do it. But no, you get groups that are very particular. Like, either you're doing it this way or you're not going to, or, you're kind of being shunned.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it feels. It feels like because I'm not, towing the line.
It just sends a negative vibe. And that's why some people... They just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with this drama. There's enough drama in my life as it is. I'm just not going to do it now.
And that's what I told Alan as well. I was like, if that's how they really feel about like people that want to cosplay, then I don't need to be part of that community. I don't need to be protected by a community like that. That's, I don't need to be part of a clique that isn't going to let me be me, All right, I got to look at this part again because something. It kind of looks like I've got it right, but it also doesn't look like I have it right. I don't know.
Let's see if I can zoom my camera in a little bit. Okay, about 53% on that print.
Yeah, I guess I do have that right.
There you go. Jeez, it's not going to zoom in anymore. This is probably as good as I'll get it zoomed.
Okay, yeah, I've got the part right. All right, now I just take that and I'm gonna leave that there, and I have to build the actual arm for this using a polycap, and then parts from A. Yeah, there are a lot of good communities out there, Marcus. The Gunpla community is actually fairly non-toxic. And I say fairly because you do get some toxic fans out there that, if you like one show, then you're not a Gundam fan. Like the new stuff. There's a lot of the Gundam fans are just super. Well, not a lot, but there's a few of the Gundam fans that are super toxic about them. And I'm just
like people against IBO.
IBO has a lot of IBO gets a lot of flack. You got.
That's okay. I still love it.
Yeah, I love IBO. I thought IBO was a great series. And you hear some of those like, oh, this is why IBO sucks, ... and I'm like, I don't care. It's still Gundam. It's still a Gundam series. It's still a series that I found, do I think... I don't ever do this Gundam would beat this Gundam in a fight thought process. Because, frankly, we don't know how those
And honestly, it would come down to the pilot, let's be honest.
Yeah, a lot of it is. Yeah, a lot of it is. How does the pilot handle this adversity, this
imagine Hero Yui
in
a Barbados.
I don't think Hero would do so well in Barbados just because of that and this is my thought process on it, is because of that Alea Vignana system.
Yeah.
I think that takes a lot out of the pilot, and Hero is one to push himself. So I don't believe that he could. I don't believe he could pull it off, Just because it's such he would end up killing.
He's a very physical person, yeah.
Yeah, he would end up pushing himself to the point of death in that cockpit. Exactly, Casey. It's the point of the dress up as your favorite character, and when I was doing the work when I was working on my costume, and I bought the helmet. I bought the helmet because I thought it looked cool. I thought it was a really cool looking custom Mando. And, the Mandalorian mercs were like, yeah, but this guy builds his, he doesn't do it right. He does these other things, and it was.
I could see if it's a situation where, okay, this person's blacklisted in the community because they've stolen someone else's prints.
Yeah.
I could see something like that, and I can understand and respect that situation.
Yeah.
That happens here. That happens in the GB community.
Yeah.
But if it's because, this person's really not using the type of parts, or they're not sourcing the kind of things that they should be using.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is a lot of these costuming communities now are so just gatekeepy. It's not even funny, and I don't like it. I don't like gatekeeping to begin with. I think we should allow people to enjoy what they do. I think that when we make it toxic to the point that it's no longer a community, I think you end up causing something there. You create something there that would end up making your community as a whole, look not as genuinely welcoming as you want it to be.
Well, when I first got into the GB community,
Yeah.
I was using, Spirit Proton Packs and Spirit Traps, and
Yeah.
there was such hostility against that. Like, they were like, oh, you're doing this? Those aren't really real packs. There was a lot of hostility with that.
Yeah.
There isn't as much. Because, I mean, yeah, let's be honest, I mean, do you want to spend like almost $1,000 to $1,200, or do you want something to start and you can slowly modify it over time and start off with like a $300 or $250 to $300 basis and then start expanding onto it? I mean, that's a big thing right there. I mean, but yeah, that's just, gatekeeping is everywhere, and it just sucks.
Yeah, it does. It totally does. Because, I mean, like, as someone who genuinely tries to welcome people into the Gunpla community, like, I want more people in this community. I want to be able to have people that I can talk with about this hobby. I don't like when I see people that are in the hobby start, ridiculing people for, what kind of kits they like, or, oh, well, you called this kit da 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 da, and it's not that. It's, you should be calling it something else, or, oh,
if a person's uninitiated, you can politely find a way to say, hey, this is the actual term for it, by the way, but not sound like a whole D-bag when you're doing it.
Yeah, like, I mean, there was a situation a while back, and I've told you guys this story a couple of times, about how me and Mirage were sitting there, or I posted my video. That video is well over almost I think it's actually a year old. And someone got in there and started making comments about, like, how I didn't know how it didn't sound like I knew what I was talking about because I referred to something as a third-party kit when it wasn't a third-party kit. It was it was something else. And I was like, it technically is a third party because it's not Bandai making it. And Mirage even kind of corrected that as well and was like, even if it's most of the kits that KBG chose here are legit third party kits because they're not, they're Bandai knockoffs. They're not the real deal. That would be interesting, Casey. That would be interesting.
What's that?
She said her dream cosplay to do one day is a gothic Lolita Genderbend Cogsworth.
I don't know that character.
Cogsworth from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go for it.
And she would do like a gender bend of it.
I mean, I've seen people do gender bend of Beetlejuice. I mean, everything's gender bend. I mean, anything's open now. I saw there's some women I've seen do Gambit from X-Men.
Yeah.
So
they're about to make a name for themselves. I couldn't help it.
Oh, trust me, I'm constantly saying that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Did I put this on correctly, though?
That was one of my favorite lines in that show, in that movie. Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Well, I mean, even though he did pretty much a caricature of what originally would have happened.
Yeah.
There's so much, like, attention and love on him right now that a movie could happen.
And I know Ryan Reynolds is pushing for it, too.
Well, Ryan Reynolds even said, he would return the favor by appearing in there. And he recently said he does not want Deadpool to join the X-Men or join the Avengers.
Yeah.
He wants to be like he's happy being like a fifth wheel.
Yeah. So. And I agree. I don't think he needs to be in, like, one of those. I don't think, he needs to be marveled out, And
I think that's what he's worried about is becoming too important.
Because, and that's the thing that's killing me right now with the Marvel the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Don't get me wrong. I'm starting to love Marvel Rivals a little more. And Michael New has said that if we ever need an extra, he will be glad to join us as well. But, I dig Marvel Rivals. I dig Marvel stuff that's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because Marvel Cinematic Universe has been played out for so long that I'm just so burnt out on it now. I do not enjoy the way it's going. And I think if they pump the brakes a little bit and just go for quality over quantity.
Let's be honest. When it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
yeah,
the last really big hit, other than Deadpool and Wolverine, because that was more outside of the universe.
Yeah,
it's not the prime cinematic universe. That's the thing. It's like, okay, that was a hit for Marvel, but it wasn't part of the primary continuity.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people forget. I mean, the last really big hit we had was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Universe of Madness or Multiverse of Madness, but it was Multiverse of Madness. To me, like some of the really good Marvel stuff has been the TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, and Secret Invasion was, it felt a little stretchy because the way they wrote Nick Fury in there.
Yeah.
It was like a Nick Fury that was at the end of his line, so to speak. That just was like burnt out from everything.
Yeah.
He had no one to trust, and that. But then, like, the next thing right after Secret Invasion, we had the Marvels, and he's all happy-go-lucky in a space station.
Yeah.
So, well, was that the real Fury then that was on Earth? Was it someone else? I mean, I know we got Secret Wars coming up in a couple years, so there's a whole lot that just doesn't jive.
Yeah.
But I mean, like Spider-Man, I can't wait to see what they do next with it, because they finally corrected Spider-Man's character, where Spider-Man never had major funding. He didn't have like a whole, like Stark Industries backing him up in the comics, so he never had that. So they fixed it by making him all alone, and I'm grateful for that. Venom, I actually enjoyed the last Venom movie. It was a bit of a stretch in some parts, but again, that's Sony Marvel, not the Prime Marvel universe again.
Yeah.
So I mean, and Sony's trying so damn hard to do stuff, but it's not coming out well.
And I think a lot of it is Sony is trying to out Disney.
You can't out Disney the mouse. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. And what I mean by that is, they see the production quality from the Disney movies, and they're like, I kind of want to do this. Let's see. Hang on. I've got to catch up with chat here. Yeah, Marcus, the Dead by Daylight community, I've found a good group with mine. But yeah, some of them are really just, it's not terribly toxic with me, but I have some toxicity. Nice, Casey. That's cool. That's right. Only 10 more days to Christmas. Check out that merch shop, guys. We do have some awesome merch out there right now, and I'm working on some new stuff daily. By the way, hey, Mega. Aw. I hope she's okay, too. We passed it yesterday, Bree. We are at 1602
congrats, man.
Yeah, we hit that yesterday while we were going out to eat. Thank you.
Was it Rivals related, maybe?
I think it was Grounded related, because my latest Grounded video has taken off to 263 views so far.
Well, I mean, you are a very grounded YouTuber.
This is true. But yeah, we hit 16. We're at 1602 right now. I hope she's okay too. Disney's only making live action remakes lately. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, I feel like fingers crossed. I hope the Stitch one does well. The Lilo and Stitch one does well.
Okay, here's my problem with Disney and doing the live action movies. And when you hear this, you're gonna think I'm sure you're gonna agree with me. They're releasing Moana 2 right now.
Yeah.
if I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Why the heck? I'm trying to watch my language.
All
Why
right,
the
can see how we're
heck
going.
are they filming a live-action Moana movie right now?
It's because
You've heard about this, right?
I've heard about this, and
They got The Rock in like live action as I'm like, is this gonna be like? Is this a continuation in live action, or are you retelling the first movie in live action? Because if you're retelling the first movie, gutter trash. Gutter trash. I don't know if you agree with that, but that's just how I feel.
I feel like definitely Mecha. I would try again, but I do feel like maybe, and this is just me, Disney thinks that we want live action stuff. And I think it's because they're looking at Disney is good about several things, and several things being that they love to milk a cash crop, They see how well Moana did in theaters, and they're like, "Well, what if we redo it now with live action, a little bit of CGI thrown in, and give these parents one more thing they have to pay for?"
I mean, my whole thing is give it a couple of years. I mean, Lilo and Stitch. Trust me, I cannot wait for that. I'm probably gonna wait until it comes on streaming.
Yeah,
but
same.
I mean, that's the thing. We don't have to wait half a year anymore, or 3/4 of a year before something goes to streaming now.
Yeah.
You wait 2 months, it hits streaming. And that's actually killing movie theaters, let's be honest. But my thing is, like Stitch, that's something I remember watching the movie. And yes, I did watch the cartoon. I'm a big kid, so judge me. Go ahead. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like, you waited all this long to do a live action.
Yeah.
Right? And I really hope they give like Ving Rhames and Tia Carrere some like cameos or something to do in there. That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah, same.
But it's like, give it a little bit of space. I mean, what's the next thing they're going to do? Are they going to like knock on Kristen Bell's door and or they're going to recast her and are they going to do Frozen live action?
I honestly don't foresee Frozen getting a live action just because of how popular that movie is as a single, as an animated franchise. It's doing well as an animated franchise. I think Moana did great as an animated franchise, and I think they wanted to milk off of that opportunity with several different things. By the way, we got Duff in the house. Let's go, Duff. How's it going? Let's give Duff the Duff dance. And of course, guys, Duff did something for us right now, guys, that we've been needing all night long. He gave us a dab party. Let's go. Thank you for the dab party, Duff.
I saw what Jen said. Don't give them any ideas.
Yeah. Dave, don't give them any ideas. Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. It was.
I mean,
they're making a Frozen 3, really?
Yeah. The quest for more ice, no?
Yeah.
But okay, that's still going. I'm waiting for them to start doing all the movies that they gave us back in the 80s and 90s. Remember when they did Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights?
Yeah, that was always like Wonderful
What
World
is it?
of Disney.
Give us like, or are you gonna redo like Apple Dumpling Gang or Fly the Navigator? I mean,
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff they could do. I'm curious to see what they do with the next Tron.
Yeah.
Because I actually enjoyed Tron Legacy.
Yeah, I've enjoyed. I want to try that ride. I want to try the Tron ride at Disney World too. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. Duff, I am working on the Gundam Throne Eins. This is a beautiful looking suit already, and I can't wait to have that thing finished. Dave is working on the MG RX-78-2, Grandpa Gundam
There we go.
3.0.
Big O. No, I wish.
I wish. That kit's been like hard to come by.
That's our white whale.
If I ever see it, Dave, I'm picking it up. And who knows, I might even pick up a kit for you too if I can grab it.
What was it? I saw Steve Bloom. And he, of course, he was the voice of Roger Smith.
Yeah.
And no, not the one from The Cure. Calm down, guys. Okay, what is going on here?
Jen said, yeah, they're making a Frozen 5 2, I think. They're probably... Bree said 5. They're also doing a Frozen 4, even though 3 isn't... Yeah, they're doing the same thing like Avatar was doing.
Stretching it out.
Mm-hmm.
Is Frozen the next Lord of the Rings? There's a scary thought.
It is. That is a scary thought.
Okay, what is going on here? I might have to abandon the core unit. Jesus.
Bree, I just showed Duff, and I'll show you again. I'm building the Gundam Throne Eins from Gundam 00. Sorry, I've got ice in my mouth, so it's like it makes me talk funny. But that's what I'm working on tonight, and Dave is working on the old Grandpa Gundam there, the RX-78-2, the Gundam that started it all.
Esquire. What?
I didn't know he practiced law.
Hey, why not?
I know Harvey Birdman did. That was one of my favorite shows, by the way. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law.
You know what he's doing right now, right?
What's that?
He's on NCIS.
Really?
He's like the senior lead guy on NCIS now. Mark Harmon left the show.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait a minute, Mark Harmon was the voice of Harvey Birdman?
No, but Gary Cole was.
Ah, I gotcha.
You know. And we all know Gary Cole from, somebody, there was a show back in the in the 90s called Midnight Caller.
Yeah.
I mean, we know him as Lumbergh from Office Space.
Yep.
So, yeah, he's on there now. It's
Nice.
weird and freaky that you got Gary Cole.
Yeah.
And, of course...
I need you to not commit terroristic acts on Monday.
Yeah.
Maybe Tuesday. Yeah, I'm just going to need you to go ahead and come in on the weekend.
Yeah.
Sleeping Collectibles, what's going on, brother? How's it going? Sleeping.
The man, the myth, the legend himself?
We got 5 more days, brother. 5.
I thought it was 7 days. What?
7 days. We got 5 more days, and we're Baltimore bound. Who knows? Might have to make a trip to Morgantown, West Virginia.
And congrats to Sleeping. Looks like his boys won.
Did they?
Well, they were playing against the Browns, so they better have won.
Can't wait to see you two sleep. Sleep nasty. Good old sleep nasty.
Yeah, I'm curious if Mr. Sleeping Collectibles is going to come up towards Western New York at some point.
I need to make a trip to Western New York at some point.
Yeah, you said Jen wants to see the falls, right?
Yeah. She's seen them before.
Well, you need to see them. I mean, you need to do the Maid of the Mist.
I plan on making a trip. I definitely want to knock that out. There's a lot of things I want to do.
Maid of the Mist, there's this ferry boat that goes all under the falls. Under the falls, so you actually get to, like, you get to wear ponchos, and, like, the waters are very, you're shifting back and forth. But it is a very cool, very awesome experience.
No, you are sleeping. He said you guys are the best. I said, no, you are.
Okay, Sleeping's team still has a very good record, 13-1. You know, I gotta give him that. But
there we go. We'll plan a trip.
But my Bills are still on fire. They beat my wife's team, the Lions.
I thought you said they beat your wife.
Yeah, that Josh Allen guy. I'm telling you,
just showed up to your house and started beating your wife.
Well, I mean, if you met her, I'm kidding.
Josh Allen knocks on your door, kicks down your door, and starts fighting your wife.
Hey, I could sell tickets to that, man. Come on.
You good? Now, who would you root for there, Dave?
I mean,
yeah, it's a tough choice, man. It's a tough choice.
I mean, we did, a lot of people believe that he is our ticket to winning the Super Bowl. So, I don't know.
You know which NFL player I've been like obsessed with listening to do interviews?
No.
Xavier Leggett for the Panthers. Dude's from like the PD region of South Carolina. So he has that thick PD region accent.
Well, what does that sound like?
You would have to watch an interview because I can't do it. But he was talking about. They asked him if he owned any horses. He goes, "Yeah, I had a couple of horses." It's very slow and southern drawl. If you get a chance, go look up a video of Xavier Leggett doing an interview.
It's not like Hank Hill, is it?
No. It's very Tidewater-y almost. There's a Tidewater accent there in the PD region that's a little bit. So you hear how I say there, right?
Right there.
Right there. You know, they say
kind of like Nelly.
Yeah. Yeah. I have more of the Charlestonian, which is a little more, southern drawl. There. Those words tend to play out a little more. But he has that Tidewater drawl, which is more like, the letters start getting dropped off at the end. So you have things like, for instance, let's say the word sausage. It becomes sausage. Sausage.
Sausage?
Sausage. Or sausage. He actually throws an H in there, so it becomes like sausage. But it's a very, the PD region has a very thick accent that you almost don't understand unless you are from like the South Carolina area and you understand it, because the PD region is very much influenced by like several different cultures there. You got the Native American culture that, brought in a lot of influence there.
I mean, I take it it's like more like the southern variation of how like people from Chicago, when they used to make fun of the Chicago Bears, they were like, the Bears. Sausage. The sausage king of Chicago.
The Bears.
Abe Roman.
But it's sort of it's interesting because like you go to different regions of South Carolina and you hear a different accent altogether. Like down here you hear what sounds like mud. It's very
Masharona? What?
It's very different. And then you get up to the PD region and there's more of a twang, more of a heavy drawl.
Shania twang.
And then she's Canadian.
Still.
I always joke about that. They're like, she's so country, and like, she's Canadian.
They have country up in Canada. Jesus.
I know, but you ask great-great-grandpappy about what side of the war they fought on, it might be a different story.
You son of a biscuits.
Yeah, don't ask Peepaw about the war. What happened, Dave? You dropped apart?
I lost me apart.
Oh no! But yeah, if you guys, if you get a chance to watch Xavier Leggett do an interview, it is the best. He played for the rival team down here, and I forgive him for that just because he's such a wholesome dude. Like Marcus says, Canada loves country. I know. You guys have a lot of farmland up there too. I did not realize how much farmland was up in Yeah, yeah. But he's got that very thick, like, southern drawl that's influenced by like the Gullah and other cultures like that as well too. A lot of people don't realize that there was a series that was filmed here that is based upon the cultures of the coastal South Carolina regions known as Gullah Gullah Island. There was a show that came out on Nickelodeon back in
It's a
like the
kid
late,
show, yeah.
yeah, it was a kid show in the 90s. That is actually based on a culture that is very heavily rooted in our area. Like heavily rooted in our area. The Gullah are they're very essential to what makes South Carolina so unique. You know, the coastal parts of South Carolina are so unique. I love hearing like the tales of Brer Rabbit and you know those other stories that you get to hear as a child just from living here. And it's all about it, you know. I'm all about it. I'm all about just getting to hear those tales, and the food culture down here is also heavily influenced by like several different groups. You had the Spanish influence that brought in like the spice blends that we use here. You had the Scottish culture, which brought in a lot of the fried foods, and the Scottish and Irish brought in the fried foods and the potato meals that we use. Germans brought in a lot of mustard-based things. The Spanish brought in, you know, spices and barbecue. We have the Gullah culture, which, you know, the Gullah and African cultures, which brought in gumbo and peanuts and things like that to us. And so it's always interesting getting to learn about your food culture from your hometown, and that's one of the things I do is I love learning about like what makes South Carolina unique, what makes it so much, you know, different than every other state out there, and it's just the rich history that this state has from the cultures that made it, you know. All right, so we've got everything put together here, but before I put the head on, I need to take the head off real quick because there's a sticker that goes on this backpack here that I've got to get on there. Not to mention, we're building two sabers here. Now, see, I'm the polar opposite to you, Jen, because I love the greens here. Black-eyed peas, collard greens. I love me some collard greens now. I grew up eating those a lot. Turnip greens, just okra. Okra's good. I love fried. Now I love it fried. I love okra fried. And I think it's just because I grew up eating it a lot. I grew up eating it a whole lot is why I love it. People that don't eat it you don't get the appreciation for it, you know? All right, I'm looking for number. Oh, there they are. And Jen, I think a lot of the reason why you don't genuinely enjoy black-eyed peas is because of that smokiness, which is a lot of it's from the ham hocks or the turkey necks that they use, depending on who cooks it. Now they give me the beam sabers. Do they give me the beams? I don't think we got beams for this. Huh. Did this kit not come with? Oh, that's sad. May have to see if I can get a hold of some clear filament or see if I got blades from another saber. So I don't think those were involved. I don't think those were included. Let me look. Was I supposed to get that? Oh, okay. I guess not. Yeah, we didn't get any beams with that. That's a little underwhelming then for a kit. Canada's got some good Indian restaurants. I love a good Indian restaurant. I love Indian food in general. Indian food's good. Also, thank you guys for 17 likes so far. I do appreciate the love and support. That's just the smokiness to it, Jen. That's just the smokiness from the ham hocks. Yeah, y'all have different. Y'all's Chinese food is a little bit different than our Chinese food, Marcus. No, they weren't supposed to be included. Yeah, China has some serious corruption going on that I'm not. It's one of the reasons why I won't go there just yet. Not until they have some changes in human rights. Like, don't get me wrong, I love China. I've met some amazing Chinese people, but I don't foresee myself ever going there for the fact that they got to do some work on some things. All right, we need to get that sticker on there before I get too far ahead. All right, making sure I've got everything put together here. That's the head right there. This suit is definitely a good design, but I'm definitely going to look and see about getting a hold of some beams for this beam saber, or see if I have a pair of beams for it, because they weren't included. So I may have to find like some cheap filament to kind of make a beam for it. Yeah, us too, Marcus. Us too. They've got a lot of things they got to work on over there. There, it's in place. See, I've never been to Mexico either. And I would probably go for the food as well, Marcus, to be honest. The food looks amazing over there. And I watch a lot of people like the Food Ranger and Best Food Review Ever, or Best Ever Food Review, for like my understanding of what their food culture is like over there. All right, I need to look and see what sticker that's going to be.
Okay, I'm an absolute failure. I can't find a piece.
Did it fall? Where did it fall?
It's not on my lap, not on my chair, not around a computer, not underneath the desk. I cannot find it anywhere.
What piece was it?
It was...
Was it one of the vents for the core fighter?
Yeah.
Oof.
But hopefully it won't be noticeable once, because the core fighter going into the suit itself, hopefully it won't be noticeable.
Yeah, usually it's not. Usually that kind of tucks into the suit. So,
but now I did a thing.
Ooh. You built you a hangar, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, I still got to clip these off.
All right, I got the sticker on this. And we've got the first half of this kit done. All it took was an hour and 20 minutes, but there's the body so far with that rifle. Look at the detail in that. It's just very... Jen said, Dave, just bring River into the room. I bet she'll find it in no time. Cats love finding things to bat around.
Yeah, but I don't need her to chew on it.
Yeah. Alright, so... But... And with it being... It's a gray piece, isn't it?
Yep. Yes, it is.
Ooh, I don't know if... I don't know if Talk Studio is having some issues here or something going on, but it got very glitchy there for a second. I will say I am liking this a lot better than StreamYard, that's for sure. They can keep their $49 to themselves. And being that I pay for Streamlabs already, just so I can have the OBS perks.
Yep, it's all included.
And eventually, I probably will start looking at using Streamlabs as my stream base.
So, how do you like this?
Oh, that is really cool. I dig that. I dig that a lot.
And if I wanted to spend more time, I could actually color code. I could color certain parts.
Yeah.
And it'll print that way. Takes a little longer to print.
Yeah.
But you got all the racks here. But, see if I can pull up the other one.
Jen said, let's see. She said, wait for her to bat it out and then grab it, then chase her away before she gets it.
I am not chasing that cat.
That's good, Marcus. Good that they found a new home.
AKA Murder Cat.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, I want to test something else. Oh, I think that'll work.
You found something to mimic the part?
No.
Ah. Oh, nice.
It sizes perfectly with RoboCop.
Nice.
We have a little storage space for RoboCop and his weapons. There you go.
That's cool.
And that's a NECA figure, so...
Yeah, if it's working with a NECA figure, it'll work with almost anything else. Almost any of the Bandai stuff you got. I'm still waiting for Bandai to re-release the Hashimoto kit from IBO. That's coming. It's coming.
Okay, so here's the other one that I want to print. I knew I wouldn't get it done in time today.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and share it to you.
All right.
I think you'll get a kick out of this.
Let's see, I need to cut out. Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. I do like that.
All these little panels, and if you look, there's like little walkways up here. You could like have like little people right there.
Yeah.
There's the actual bottom, the base of it.
Nice. I want something like that. So I like each month that I finish up a kit, have it sitting behind me here on like a stand like that, and display it for the month.
I mean, there's like you can color code these dials and everything that's there. I mean, there's so much you can do color wise. So I mean, if you want one printed, I'll do it for you.
Yeah, just let me know how much I owe you.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, for this, let me see, the thing I just finished printing.
Yeah.
Okay, I just printed the side rail. And let me just pull that up.
And I'll even pay you for the shipping to ship it through like UPS or something.
I mean,
like
it's like those 3D Lego things I printed for my wife's coworkers.
Yeah.
We only charge like $10 for it, and it probably costs less than that to print those.
Nice.
So, I mean, like something like this. Let me see what the. Let me just do this real quick. Let me stop sharing.
Because I definitely want, like I said, a display hanger to hang up to put behind me.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to cancel that. It won't let me stop the share.
I got you. There we go.
You there? Let me just double check this real quick.
Yeah, Dave, I might plan a outing up your way here next year.
Do it.
Just got to see what my finances look like and see if we can make it happen. Because I want to take more trips, but I want to get that house done too.
Okay, so the back of this, the one I physically showed you on camera.
Yeah.
That one. Guess how much it'll cost? Just the back piece alone is only $2.19.
That's not bad.
And then like the side pieces probably be like maybe $1 something a piece, and then the bottom piece, and they just kind of snap together. I would just recommend like you see there's a little gap right here, a little bit of a glue, some Loctite, and bam, Bob's your uncle. And I could print this in different colors too.
Nice.
So I mean, like it's just like painting something on a computer program. 1, 2, 3. You could like. We can make these brackets red if you wanted. I mean, we can do all kinds of crazy stuff. Do it in your colors.
Yeah, and the colors would be cool. That'd be cool. And then what I plan on doing is having like LEDs and stuff. I want to basically run those little like battery powered LEDs.
Yeah.
You know, the little decorative ones you can buy.
Yep. Now, something else here. There's these little notches right here.
Yeah.
But if you look on the inside here, there's some triangles right there. I guess you could kind of maybe drill into that, pop in some LEDs in the bottom.
Yeah.
And they're kind of covered by this, so you might not actually see what they are if you're front facing it. So it might give a little bit of light right there.
True.
There's a lot of different stuff you can do. But this only took maybe about 5 or 6 hours because I had to print each piece separately.
Gotcha.
Doesn't take long at all. Okay, Mr.
I would be
Fighter.
afraid. I'm always afraid to leave like printable pieces. You could always, you could 3D print that vent if you ever wanted to, and just glue one on there.
Yeah, I finding the file, making sure it's the right size.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's got the STLs out there for it.
It just sucks. There's always one piece that goes missing.
Yeah, and eventually you'll find it, and you'll be like, there it is.
Just had to mute myself because I sneeze.
No, you're good. All right, we're working on the leg here now. Put on deodorant yesterday to go out. I've got to find a better deodorant than what I'm using.
Hope you put on deodorant today. No, I'm kidding.
No, I didn't leave the house. But no, I found that like I can't wear certain deodorants anymore because they tear my armpit up. I've got very sensitive skin under there, and it's miserable. I hate it.
Is that a new boy band song? Tearing your armpit up?
It's just tearing up my pits.
Jen's like, please don't. Don't encourage him. Don't give him ideas.
I told her the other day I was about to buy me a bottle of Brute and just start using that as my deodorant.
You can't find high karate?
See, my dad was a Brute guy. He always had Brute, so...
See, years ago I worked at a department store, Lord & Taylor.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I loved about work was the clone counter was right there, so I could just hit up the clone right there and refresh before I leave, you know?
Now, you know where I get some good...
Some Kenneth Cole, some Drakkar Noor.
Yep. I actually had a bottle of
some
Drakkar
Burberry. Although, I remember I dated this one girl, and she was completely obsessed with Tommy. The Tommy Hilfiger one?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I always use the employee discount for that one, you know?
Oh, did I mess up? I think I messed up here because I cut out 2 pieces, and I got to make sure they aren't, like... What piece is that? A41.
I always went for, like, the clean-smelling ones.
Oh, they're both A41, so that doesn't matter.
Not the big like the strong musk ones.
Yeah. And Jen just sent dots. She bought me a really nice one. She likes the Robert Graham. She likes the discontinued Robert Graham's Fortitude.
Don't think I ever heard of that one.
Oh, it smells so good. It's one of my favorite. I actually found it through Scentbird, and she actually loved that one so much. She was like, "You need this. You need to get this and wear this like all the time." And they discontinued it, so now I'm like, I wear it sparingly.
She was like, "If you love me."
And so now I don't wear it as much as I should. But at the same time, I bought some. I get some really cheap ones from like Five Below, and I keep one of them at work because I do a lot, because I'm moving around so much when I'm at work that I don't want to like stink up the place from being sweaty. So I'll come back to my office and spray myself down.
See, that's something like I have to battle with.
Yeah.
Obviously, it gets cold here, right?
Yeah.
The people downstairs, they're these senior citizens, but they are like the rudest people ever. Okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They love to crank up the friggin' heat. Like, we save on the electric bill with heat because the heat rises from these people downstairs. But they'll crank it up to the point where I have to have shorts on.
Yeah.
And at times, I will have my window open.
Jesus.
It could be 20 degrees outside. I will have the window cracked open because it's just so much heat. I have the door closed. Yeah. I mean, my wife doesn't work from home, but with the cats meowing, I work from home and I work doing medical benefits.
Yeah.
So I can't have any kind of distractions. I can't have anything
Yeah, I got you.
So that's like, it's wintertime in Buffalo and it's freezing outside, but yet I have the window cracked open because I'm roasting like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Especially at night. They will crank it up like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, I can't stand that. Like, I'm like you. Yep. I can't be hot, man. If I'm hot...
Well, see, my problem is I run hot. I run very warm. I run hot all the time. Okay? That's me. Like, I will run very warm. I'm that person that I almost never have blankets on because I just don't need it.
I'm the exact same way, Dave.
Okay.
I just thought about it. I got to send you a song at some point. I think you might find funny. It's it's this guy that's singing a song that. In fact, I'm gonna send it to you now.
Okay.
And I'll send it to you through Facebook. But it's called "A Ghost Story" by Nick Lutzko. He's I guess he does like comedy music, but he gives me like the old like. He kind of gives me like the Flock of Seagulls, like other groups like that.
Now I don't know if you heard. There's a guy out there who he uses AI to make music, but he makes like funny parody type songs.
Yeah.
But he makes it sound like they're actually from the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like he's done soul theme kind of music, like R&B soul music from like the 60s.
Yeah.
But it's talking about things that I will not repeat on your stream.
I gotcha.
Okay. Wink, wink, pop, pop, fizz, fizz.
Yeah.
Okay. And all these are AI generated. It's so friggin' funny, but it's so scary how he just types stuff in. I think he uses like a more sophisticated version like Suno.
Yeah.
like I've talked about before.
Yeah.
And just comes up with this insane stuff that is like, oh my god, it's too good. So, I mean, you've heard of Dr. Dirty, right?
Yes.
John Volpe. So think of like that kind of crazy and, down that line.
Yeah.
But it's the guy kills it. I mean, it sounds like it's off of an old vinyl record. Like you got that kind of like stereoscope, that kind of like almost scratching type sound in the background,
Yeah.
like the static and everything.
Yeah.
Does it perfectly. It's insane.
But you talk about music that I can't really repeat on. Here. I was listening to a group called Here Come the Mummies.
Oh God.
Have you ever heard them?
No, but I get it. It's a play on We Are the Monkeys.
Yeah, well, Here Come the Mummies is that they're a like funk group. They dress up like mummies, and they write songs that are all about like just the raunchiest of stuff. One of their songs is one of their songs that makes me laugh the whole time is "Kinda Lingers." I'll have to send that one to you.
That's hilarious. I just listened to it real quick.
Yeah. The song that he's being haunted by the family from Coco Melon. He gets so excited to haunt them, and then all of a sudden he realizes it's the family from Coco Melon. The guy wrote that song like a couple of years ago, and it's been just like one of my favorite songs to go back to every now and then. Like, he gets all excited, and all of a sudden they come into the house, and he goes, "Oh God, please no, it's the family from Coco Melon." And just the way he acts it out, too, it's perfect. All right, I think I got this built right. Yep, that is built perfect. I'm actually building the legs now for this thing. I've been listening to a little bit of Tom Cardy lately, too. I don't know if you ever heard any of his stuff.
That's the thing. Like, I don't listen to, like, I don't have any new music, which is kind of bad. But, like, I'm just, like, I don't watch regular TV. I'm usually watching stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, just researching different things.
Gotcha. Did you know that, Gary Newman has some new stuff out?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Those that don't know Gary Newman. Cars.
Yeah. I actually found this song on South Park, of all things. They actually played it for like one of their montages.
Well, the song you sent me, it kind of reminds me of that song, something about Jeff Bezos. It's got that kind of like the monotone kind of voice,
But this one's I just sent you the Gary Newman song.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
My Name is Ruin.
I'll check that out. So, how do you... Let me get your take, and this is not political, people. Yeah. Calm down. What's your take on... what's his name? Lex Luthor. I can't think of his real name. Owner of X. You know who I'm talking about.
Elon Musk.
Musk, yeah. A.K.A. Lex Luthor, A.K.A. Dr. No, A.K.A. Goldfinger. What's your take on him wanting to buy D&D? You've heard about this, right?
I haven't heard about this, but
yeah, this has been going on for a couple weeks now. Apparently, he feels that the recent, like, Hasbro and their campaigns with a lot of the RPG games, and especially with D&D, has become a little too woke. So now he wants to buy D&D. So that would be kind of... I just think that's a bad idea all day long. But that's just me.
I mean, as someone I know he's played it for a long freaking time.
I mean, obviously he's got the money, but I'd be more inclined to be like, okay, can we get Cavill? I'll entrust D&D with Cavill. I mean, he's a true nerd. He's one of us.
Yeah.
But he's also not a power-hungry, egotistical supervillain from a Bond film.
So, here's where I have a differing in opinion. I actually I do like. Okay, so I'm apolitical.
Okay.
I want everybody to sit on that fence and understand that. As far as my political leanings go, I don't care. I don't talk about politics.
No.
And it's just because, one, I for one feel like there is no politician that really truly is going to take care of us.
No.
Not one bit. Not at any bit in the slightest do either side care for us.
It's their own agendas, let's be honest.
We're all pawns in a game. We're all looked at as pawns in their games. But one of the people I do kind of root for a little bit in this realm is Elon Musk, and it's because the dude's out there doing things and making Boeing look like a freaking idiot right now with their Spaceliner thing, because the fact they stuck 2 astronauts in space for 6 months and couldn't figure out how to get them out, and he's already like
they were stranded. Yeah, and SpaceX is going to save their ass, basically.
SpaceX, yeah.
Pardon my language.
And I find his willingness to jump in and fix to be one of the reasons why I kind of hold I don't like anybody politicizing anything. I hate politics. I absolutely hate, and that's just me. I've always been an anti-political person. I don't believe that the 2-party system is effective.
You can be anti and I'll be uncle political. How's that? Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, see, my thing is I'm not a big fan of him because we have a Tesla factory here in Buffalo. They have hired and downsized repeatedly, back and forth, causing a lot of people to be out of work at the house. Like there was a big layoff. They didn't find out until there was a holiday, like it was Thanksgiving, and then they had notices the next day that they were shut down.
Yeah.
Or that they were downsized. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I don't appreciate. I mean, if you know you have to if you know you need to downsize, or this division isn't performing and you're going to, do that, give them a little notice so they can kind of prepare and start getting their applications elsewhere.
Yeah. And one of the things that we had here, and we have Boeing here in Charleston, like in the Charleston. Okay. Good God, Michael Reed, 105. Ugh.
What was that?
That's too hot. It's 105 where you at?
Oh, Jesus. Where are you, in Arizona?
You gotta say hey to Nicola. She's up late.
Jesus.
She told me she got her a Santa hat today.
Awesome.
Yeah, Boeing.
Happy holidays.
Boeing did the same thing here too. They literally laid off hundreds of employees, throughout like 4 or 5 of their plants. Yeah. One being the Charleston plant, and are already putting out applications now.
Well, see, that's the thing that's why
1,000 people is what Jen said, and they're going to hire 1K.
That's why I feel the way I do about Elon Musk. I'm not a fan of some of his business moves.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my motivation. But I know that he can be very political at times, so that's why I'm like, well, this isn't really political, so people,
I'm
relax.
Yeah.
But also, I will credit him with his boldness that he doesn't give a flying fudge what people think about him.
Exactly, and I mean and the thing is too is he's one of those guys that when someone pushes back at him, he goes to prove them wrong. He aims to prove them wrong because his goal is to make humanity better. And that's. It sounds weird to say it like that, it's someone with a mega million, a billionaire like that, but he's one of those guys that I've kind of been like, okay, I see what you're doing, Elon. I see what you're doing. Granted, I don't like
you've seen him. I mean, I'm sure people have seen the clips with him with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And I mean,
what's up? We got Hey, we got another new subscriber, Noise Maze.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you for subscribing, Noise Maze. I had to pull that out real quick because I
Now,
gotta look from here.
do you do T-shirts through TeePublic?
I do.
Doesn't it annoy the heck out of you, like when they do their sales, all you're getting is just a dollar?
Yeah, I will say the TeePublic is probably one of the least paying shirt companies out there.
But
Yeah,
I get that they handle all the logistics. I mean, there is a
they
trade-off, but
everything. It's a trade-off, but it's not a great trade-off, you know.
yeah, I'll be honest. A lot of the quality, a lot of their stuff that I've gotten not been that great quality.
Hey, Noise Maze, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here.
You might have seen on my Facebook. My wife had a friend of ours draw up a design that is a cross between Buffalo and Detroit.
Yeah.
And I just got some notifications that I had a few sales.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I'm like, my wife said, oh, did she really help you out? I'm like, yeah, it takes like a week for me, and it'll be like $1 that shows up. I'm like, and the thing is, like, also, Buffalo Ghostbusters, we use TeePublic for that because once upon a time, we bought a ton of shirts that we had made. And it's like, sometimes you're stuck with sizes for like a year or two before you actually go through them. But also, people order through TeePublic, it gets shipped to them, so you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, it'd be great if it really turned into something else. Like more than $1.
Yeah.
But
that's one of the things I've run into problems with them with. And I mean, okay, there's something about this kit. Maybe I've got the wrong. Yeah, I think I've got the wrong. Yeah, that's my problem. I'm sitting there fighting with this piece for like the past 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out why this part didn't go on right.
Why?
Had the wrong part in my hand. I'd cut out parts earlier and it was the wrong part. Ooh, Savlonic has a new song out. I don't know if you've ever listened to Savlonic, Dave.
The name sounds familiar.
So, do you ever remember the YouTube? Not only YouTube, but the guy was on Newgrounds and a few other places. His name was Weeble Stuff.
Yes,
he did songs like "Look at My Horse." So Weeble actually has a band outside of this called Savlonic. It's a band, him and his wife, and I think one other person. Write all the songs. They write it. They do everything for it, and it's a really fun listen. I really do love me some Savlonic. They're very electro club.
They're all electronic music.
Yeah, a very very electronic club feel to it. I'm loving this throne noise, but yeah, you're right. I do see where paint will make them pop a little more. I definitely need to get into actually taking some time to paint some kits.
Oh, guess what's on my Christmas list?
What's that?
Airbrushing kit.
Ooh.
I actually found a few for like, some starter ones for like maybe around 100 or less.
That's not bad.
Because I want to get into airbrushing some of the 3D printed stuff I've been doing.
Yeah.
That's where my motivation is.
I definitely want to get myself a better, like I definitely want to get into doing some painting on these things eventually. Because a lot of my kits are just like quick build.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to get into doing some customization at some point. All right. Let's see. I'm getting way ahead of myself here.
Frack this up.
I'm getting way ahead of myself there. Let's put them parts back. There we go. We don't need those just yet. All right, so we're taking this piece here that we just put together. We're setting it off to the side. Next thing I need is the parts from the B runner here. We're going to need.
Okay, there we go. This one's a little different. I don't think I've ever done the version 3 before.
Yeah, but yeah, Noise. I'm getting into. I haven't watched Gundam Seed, And that's my big thing is I tend to look at the kits, and usually after I see the kits that I build, I go back and want to watch the shows afterwards to see where they come into play, the shows, the movies, things like that. Definitely. So, Noise, what's your favorite Gundam series? I always like to ask my viewers who build Gunpla kits, like, what was the series for you? You use display paint pens to color to color correct some parts. Nice. Thought about getting some.
Oh, by the way, speaking of which, my wife was doing grocery shopping today. I sent her a message to say, "Hey, can you pick me up a pack of pencils?" She forgot because I wanted to try that pencil trick that was on Instagram. I shared a couple times to you.
Yeah.
I just want to try some different stuff just to see what's what, but also that's another reason why I want to get airbrushing. So if I do mess up on a kit, I can just kind of like paint around it, make it look like some scoring. Maybe use a little rotary tool or like a soldering needle or something just to make it look like battle damage.
Yeah. And let's see. Noise says he likes Seed, or they like Seed, 00, and GBF. I have not seen Seed, 00, and I've seen some build fighters. Not enough to kind of be well versed in it. But for me, my series is always going to be Gundam Wing because that's what got me into Gundam. That's always my favorite. I like that one. I like old school. I like the 8th MS team as well.
Well, the music also got stuck in your head too. Let's be honest.
Wing 8th MS team was one. 8th MS team is one of my favorite ones. Unicorn was really good for me. I like Unicorn. Iron Blooded Orphans I've watched. I've watched Witch from Mercury. I kind of like that one. I like the design of the suits.
I still have not watched Witch from Mercury, not yet. And I gotta get around to that.
And I'm now starting. I'm just working through Requiem for Vengeance. Yep, Stream Elements is saying that Stream Elements always jumps in a little late. It always jumps in a little late. But yeah, Michael, I did finally watch I've been watching Requiem for Vengeance. Dre, what's up? How's it going?
Yo, yo.
But yeah, I'm really into a lot of those series that I just named off there. I've really kind of gotten into them. I sat down and binged watch Witch from Mercury like a few months after it finished up, and
is that on a general streaming service right now, or
Crunchyroll? Crunchyroll is what's on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I love me some Crunchyroll now. I spend a lot of time on Crunchyroll. There. There's a real stiff polycap there.
Trying to save money any way you can, because like for Thanksgiving, Black Friday.
Yeah.
I canceled my services that I had with Peacock and the Disney Hulu bundles.
Yeah.
Because you were able to like switch it to like, oh, you're only doing so much. There was a cheaper bundle basically.
Gotcha. So
I did that. Like I paid for a full year of Peacock. It was pretty cheap. And I did the same thing, but I did the Hulu Disney bundle.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some of those services, and they keep raising the prices every year. I'm like, no, what I did was I just used a different email.
Yeah.
And I was basically able to just do a fresh enroll and bam. So, because everything's just too damn expensive nowadays. And you're going to have what? 6 or 7, maybe 8 different streaming services now?
Yeah. And totally was one of the best there. For sure. I started watching Zeta. I watched G Gundam. I love me some G Gundam as well. G Gundam is the unhinged cousin of Gundam, and I'm all for the unhinged child of the Gundam family, and I'm all for it. I love it. It's like DBZ and Gundam had a kid with some Street Fighter elements thrown in there. And I love it. I love every bit of it.
That's the international one, right? With the countries.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like a fighting tournament, and whoever wins gets to run the world for a little bit. It was supposed to eliminate wars.
Yeah, how did that work out?
It almost caused another war. I love me some G Gundam. I love it. It's such a great series. All right. Oh man, that leg looks interesting.
Forget the new types. You get the G type. What?
Everybody's saying hey to Drake. I did like it, Michael. I'm liking Requiem for a Vengeance. It's a Requiem for Vengeance. It's definitely good. A little bit campy with the animation quality, but I mean, when you animate in a video game, in a video game engine, it's a little bit telling, you know. Evangelion is a hard one, but I definitely enjoy the story as it gets there. Yeah, that's right. It did come out when Street Fighter 2 was taking over the world by storm.
Hey, Dre, if you're still in the chat, I 3D printed a little something.
All right, got one leg done. Got to work on another one now. Got that part ready to roll, and then.
And by the way, Aaron, just so you know, I'm trying to figure out how I can do printing on here.
Adding text and stuff.
You can technically do that. So imagine if I printed you something and I actually put KOULDBAYNE games.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
And what if I could do your logo right in the center there?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be a nice little... I'm
nice
trying to learn all that customizing. Like I was trying to do... Because I told you this was Descendants.
Michael Reed said nice.
From Disney.
Yeah.
We were trying to do the heart symbol, but I was trying to follow... There's some steps on how you can take an image.
Yeah.
And transfer it to an SVG file so you can import it into the Bamboo Studio program.
Yeah.
But when you do that, it's all monochromatic. And sometimes the lines, like you would see the lines in this page right here.
Yeah.
Some of the lines are now broken up. And if you ever use Microsoft Paint, you know if there's an opening anywhere, it floods through the entire image.
Oh, God, yes.
So I'm trying to work on it. I got a few different ideas I'm going to try and work on. So I would love to be able to take a custom image as long as it's clean, solid image with, break in the line or no breaks in the lines. I can then upload it and then paint it, customize it, and Bob's your uncle. Everybody's got an Uncle Bob.
All right, Noise Maze. I got one question for you. Favorite mobile suit in G Gundam that's not God Gundam? Favorite? I have to know. I have to know. And, before everybody jumps in and says, oh, I know Aaron's going to like Tequila Gundam. Nope. I laugh at this one all the time because it is the most it is super stereotypical for what country it represented. Favorite non-God Gundam from G Gundam. I have to know. As someone who has watched G Gundam, one of my favorite ones is and I'll say it right now, John Bull Gundam, piloted by Gentle Chapman. It's so I love the writers of G Gundam for that. I'll never forget when I told Salacious Rum about that. And he was like, no way, doesn't it actually exist?
Oh no.
You're right. Funsaiki is is piloted by a horse using telepathy. This show is so I love it. I love G Gundam for that. Whoever the writing crew. Yes, Jen, Funsaiki's piloted by a psychic horse.
Sounds like a bad Pokemon episode. What?
I love the writing in G Gundam just because it's so different. It's so like
out there.
Oh, it's so unhinged, but it's like the best kind of unhinged that it could be. My eyes are burning just laughing about it. Oh, I love, and I'm not laughing at the series. I'm laughing at the fact that that the writing was just the best.
See, Aaron, you're glad you don't 3D print.
Am I?
Yes, you are. Because then Jen would be having you print stuff for her and sending you links for, oh, I want you to print this and in this type of filament and this type of filament. You're so lucky.
And I would never get to print. I would never get to print the stuff I wanted to print.
Yeah. Trust me. I've been wanting to print Proton Pack, but I've been wanting to print. There's this organizer thing that I can set on top of my printer, where I can have all my tools, spare parts,
I need to watch X now.
Glues, and all different stuff in to organize my printer.
No,
but I can't because it takes literally a couple days to print everything.
Yeah.
But she has me printing things left and right. I'm like,
noise maze. I have to watch X now. Dolphins are new types in X. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yep. I gotta find X.
Are rival dolphins controlling Gundams? What?
This is why I love the Gundam universe created in the late '80s, early '90s.
The great grandson of Echo the Dolphin is controlling a Gundam now.
Dave, you would get a kick out of this. I was on TikTok today watching a guy play Echo.
Well, see, that's the thing. I miss all the great retro games. So, like, when you're reviewing those systems,
yeah,
it's got me like, okay, I want to take a look at this, and this.
I will say, Dave, the first system I reviewed, was a little bit better in my opinion than the one that I reviewed recently. The one I reviewed recently definitely has some things.
Yeah, I've seen some on the TikTok shops, so I'm like, but they don't exactly give you what the model and make is, so it's like
Dragon's a good one. I like my favorite serious Gundam in that one is Gundam Maxter. I love me some Maxter. Always wanted to pilot the Maxter just because I thought it was cool that it was a boxing Gundam. Now, my favorite Gundam, hands down, any series is Death Scythe. I've always been a fan of Death Scythe. I always thought it was such a great design, such a wild idea.
I've never heard you say that before.
But yeah, Death Scythe definitely is my that'd be the Gundam I would want to pilot.
Because Aaron's also known as the God of Death.
I love that Duo was like, just, you're going to know me as the God of Death. And he's like, it's okay, buddy. We'll get him next time. And he always talked to Death Scythe as if it was like living.
Hey.
I mean, he built an attachment with that suit. So, I mean, hats off to him, because, I mean, I would build an attachment with a mobile suit, you know?
I mean, well, think about, like, Big O.
Yeah.
Big O wasn't really alive, or was it? Sometimes it seemed like it was. So, I mean... And, I mean, let's face it. Majority people, when they have a car, they really like the car. They kind of call it a he or a she, or give it a name.
Master Gundam was really cool. I liked Master Gundam as well. That was a good... that was such a wild... I mean, it was such a powerful suit to me. And I have the Master and Funsaiki kit from the HG line. And when I built that HG kit, that was a fun build for me. I actually enjoyed building that one. Alright, we got the legs done. Now I've got to put the foot on this one.
Oh, the funniest thing at Hobby Lobby yesterday.
Yeah.
One of the salespeople was like, "Oh, can I help you?" I was like, "No, I'm just looking around at the Gundams." And then he's like, "Oh, well, if you're going with one of those guys, you definitely gonna need one of these little things to stand the plastic sheets on." I was like, "Oh, you mean the runners?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "Do you mean a runner stand?" He's like, "If that's, I think they might be called that." I'm like, "They are." I was like, no, I can 3D print myself one if I really want one.
Yep. Alan 3D printed me one.
Would have been cheaper.
I use it whenever I have like a lot of runners, just because it's better than the one I have here, and I don't want to like break it.
Sons of them.
I know I can't break it, but I tend to use that one whenever I'm like when I don't need a whole lot of runners. But I may start actually
There you are.
using that one more because I think that one's got deeper wells. C3, C2, B23.
18. Okay, so
Mandala
okay.
Gundam. How about Viking Gundam? It rides in on a giant freaking longboat.
How about a longboat just comes, appears, and then just shifts into a mech?
There was that one. There was Windmill Gundam from
I'm guessing from Finland?
the Netherlands. Or Denmark. Was it Denmark or Netherlands? I can't remember, but either way, it was one of those countries where windmills are prevalent. But yes. Master Asia was like, he was what I wanted to be. When I saw him, I was like, that dude is my hero. But I love finding, people in the Gundam community that want to, they'll come out here and hang out with us because, talking Gunpla is always fun for me. All right, I need to go in this way.
I did not just drop that again. Jesus.
You dropped another part?
Yep.
Aw, Dave, you're turning into me, man.
I can't.
Uh-oh. I heard Jen fussing at the dog. All right, B24. Now, for my Gunpla builders out there that do build, this is a question for you guys. With these right here, the little fins that are on the waist, do y'all cut those up in two? I do. I always cut mine in two. And I always worry that I'm going to end up like breaking it when I do that. There. Oh, that's a dark piece and I just dropped on my build mat. There we go. Yeah, that Gundam design is definitely more mechanical. See, I've gotten to the point now where I do it, and sometimes I regret it because they're just loose in there afterwards, like, and then I have to go in and throw a little like putty or something around it just to make it like work out right. But I started doing that after I watched another builder that I followed for a little bit point that out as one thing you could do, and I was like, okay, that seems kind of interesting. But now I'm always worried that either I've cut them wrong or something's not going to fit right. Or did I'll end up breaking the part. That's actually really good. That actually sits in there really well too. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, see, I've gotten to where I've started like trying to cut them like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just something. I don't know. I started doing it, and now I'm like, I question whether or not that I'm doing something right sometimes now with it. Mecha G cuts his, yeah. I don't. I always I've done it a couple of times, and I always feel like I mess them up. So I don't like doing that. I don't know. I know I should. But I'm really digging how tight that is, and that is not bad. All right, I've got one last piece on the A runner here. The only thing I was really... Oh, I got 2 pieces on this. The only thing I will say I was a little bit disappointed with this kit was the lack of a beam for the beam saber. All right, A runner's done. God, it's only 10 o'clock and we're almost done with our runners. I always feel like I'm going to like break the V-fins or make them more fragile. Oh, I see Dave looking at looks like a tiny V-fin. Or not a V-fin, but a tiny vent. Dave is working right now, guys. For those of you that were wanting to know what Dave's working on, he's working on the MG RX 78-2, the 3.0. Oh, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Trying to push the leg in, and there we go. Got it. That V-fins actually, those not V-fin, those 2 leg plate or hip plates there are actually really tight in there, which is good. Not like tight where they feel like they're not going to move, but tight as in there. They feel like they're going to be not a problem. Oh, I hate that, Michael. I hate that. Yeah. I just always feel weird cutting them. I feel like I'm going to break them if I cut them. But Noise Maze, I will say this right now. If you're enjoying the Gunpla builds, I do these once a month in between my gaming sessions. However, you guys tend to like the Gunpla content a lot more. I am looking at maybe figuring something out to kind of make Gunpla content a little more frequently for 2025. So we might go back to doing twice a month Gunpla builds. I don't know yet. I really don't know.
So I cannot find that piece right now. I'm getting a little less than calm.
I got you.
I'm gonna remove myself so I can try and find those pieces.
All right, Dave.
But I'll be listening in the background, guys.
Dave, I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you so much for coming in and
not a problem, man.
Talking with me and joining the build and all that. I always appreciate it.
Anytimes. I thought, hey, I have a nice big desk. I won't lose stuff. And apparently it falls, hits me, and then vanishes into the ether.
Yeah, that's... I hate to say it, but this is Gundam. All right.
This is Sparta!
I definitely want to get the Zwei and Dry there. That's for sure.
Are you speaking German?
Yeah. This is the throne Eins.
Okay.
So you have the Eins, Zwei, and Drei.
I thought you were maybe quoting Cool Runnings. No?
Nah.
I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, Dave. We'll holler at you later. Everybody's saying good luck to Dave. Well, see, that's what I appreciate about this community. Even with Noise Maze here, I appreciate that. We all wish him luck, because that's losing a part is never fun. It is always the worst feeling in the world when you lose a part. All right, here comes the fun part. Oh, did I clear the B runner? I cleared the B runner. Okay. We can safely dispose of that too. I used to keep a big box of my runners back in the day, and now I've just gotten rid of them. Everybody's saying bye to Dave. So while I talk to you guys, I will be... Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, Gundam building is all about making sure that you drop at least one part. I always say that you become a true builder once you drop a part into the ether and it disappears for a little bit, and then you find it again. Now, this is kind of cool. We have a rubber belt here that they've included with this kit. Yeah, I love the fact that you can actually order those. You can get those replacement parts for a small fee. Here in America, we don't get that, and that just makes me kind of sad. I want to try to... All right, now I need to cut out D. The whole D runner here has not even been used, so I think that's pretty interesting. That we're getting ready to use it now. Wider spawn. Yeah, the Mega Hyper Cannon. I'm excited to actually build that. You almost fell asleep earlier. Gotcha, Jen. All right, I got to work this through. All right, so that's going like that. And then we go all the way to the end here. And then we turn this. There we go. I feel like I'm messing this up, but I've got it. There we go. Beautiful. That's all just kind of like, I'm playing around with this because it's... Yeah, she had a headache when she got back. She wasn't feeling good at all. Agreed, Michael. Same. I would totally be broke with all of the kits out there, especially with the Bandai with the Gundam bases. Yeah, we know you joke, Water Spot. We know you joke. All right, let's get this one together now. All right, that one's gonna be on this side. Oh, my hands are starting to get to that point where they don't want to Gundam anymore. See, I get so jealous because we don't. I'm also upset because not upset. I'm also kind of bummed out because I missed out on the Gundam based World USA tour they did. The closest they came to us was Augusta, Georgia, and I couldn't go to it that day. I'm also happy that I will say this year's been a great year for me Gundam wise because I mean I got my Grail kit, the HG Dendrobium re-release that came out. I got that, so I was happy to get that. Okay, that goes together like that. I'm excited to see this thing put all the way together. You've been staying away from that Michael Reed. See, we sometimes might get one. Thanks, Noise Maze. Oh yeah, those P Bandai kits draw me in every now and then. I think I've actually got one pre-ordered. I gotta look at that. Did I pre-order? I think I pre-ordered one a while back. I saw one I wanted. I better look at that. It was a while back, Jen. I haven't spent all my money. And P Bandai is not responding. Wonderful. Man, they must be having some network issues tonight. There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of traffic tonight. All right, this piece goes on that piece. Long enough for me to know better. It was the HG Leo R. That'll be coming. I'll be getting it in March, but I pre-ordered it for now. In fact, here, let me pull it up real quick and I'll show you what it looks like, Jen. You'll agree that this was a good purchase. This is the kit that I'm currently waiting on right here. Let's see if we can make those bigger. That actually looks really cool, and I dig the design here. Oh, y'all can't see it. Hang on, let me do this. What? Oh, show on stream. There we go. But there we go. But yeah, that's the suit that I'm looking at that I've got on pre-order right now. It's definitely one of the ones I was looking for. Something different from the Leo line. I wanted to get this one right here, the red one here, but I missed out on that pre-order. But yeah, that's the Leo R. I'm looking to see what they've got as far as, because I'm almost done with this. Oh, why they got to do this to me now? They just dropped two more. They just dropped the purple Space Leo. All right, I'm gonna show you this one, Jen, just out of. But there we go. That purple Leo. That's. It's not an ugly purple. Sword Clement. Oh, nice. Nice. I do love the Sword Calamity sounds cool. That's a high price for an RG. Just looking through some of these real quick. I really want to grab some of these kits eventually. Oh, there's some cool designs here. That pre-order is closed. I love looking through P Bandai and see what they have. Ooh, I see which one you're talking about there. That full mechanics looks nice. $57 for full mechanics isn't a bad price either. Oh, I accepted all the cookies. Oh, you can hear my dog in the background. He definitely didn't skip leg day. The Gundam horses. Yeah, I hear her. I can hear her. I can hear her yelling at you. But yeah, so that's what I'm interested in getting there. There we go. We'll make it full screen. You know what? I might leave the border around there. You guys can watch while the border sits here. All right. But back to the build, guys, because we are getting close to our 11 o'clock hour, which is where we call this stream. So I'm trying to get this done before I get too distracted. There we go. I love when you get that tight, nice fit with one of these going into it. And it just makes that nice, like, grunt sound. I know it doesn't make sense, but it will when you're older. Pretty cool stuff here. I need D14. And then D15 later. All right, I'm listening to some tunes while I sit here and chat with you guys. Tonight is some Ailstorm, the pirate metal band Ailstorm. I do love me some Ailstorm, so. Okay, we got that in place. All right, let's get all that put together. Oh, I love me some Sabaton. Sabaton's really good. Ailstorm, Dave. They're a pirate metal group. Sabaton's really good. I got into them kind of right around the time I started listening to some other groups from Napalm. And yeah, they're really good. They are really fun. I had to put on some Sabaton. Yeah, Primo Victoria is a good one. Yeah, Primo Victoria is a good one. They did a cover of that with Van Canto. With Van Canto, Jen, the acapella group. Are they Napalm or Nuclear Blast? I can never remember what group they're with or what record company they're with. All I know is I like their music. Yeah, Van Canto hadn't really had anything out yet. No, I really want to get a couple of the 148 scales though. I have a perfect grade, but I haven't built that one yet. I got that perfect grade whenever I bought the no, it's Victoria because it just means first victory. Because it's Latin for first victory. All right, so I built. We're on the final steps here, guys. D2, D12, and I need another polycap M on that D12. Got to clean off that little bit of excess runner there. D3. Guys, tomorrow night at 8 p.m. will be my next stream, by the way. For those of you that are looking to tune in for some more fun, we will be coming back to The Sims 4. Gotcha. What do I want to listen to now? Let's go elephant. Throw a little elephant on while I'm listening. Or while I'm working. There we go. And now I need to take Polycap M. There we go. Nice, Noise Maze. I've got to watch that. I really do. It's on my to watch list for sure. You know, I might go back to Giga Thad. I thought about doing the Grinch one, and the Grinch one just isn't gelling for me, and I don't know why. I'm liking the design of this already. I don't know. We might go back to the Grinch. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right, I need to cut out D20 and D21. D4. All right, so it looks like we're almost finished with this runner. D11. D4. D4 is a tiny part, so I need to make sure I do this carefully. There we go. Yep, Jen says more Grinchy Adventures, so it's got to be the more Grinchy Adventures, guys. Michael, I have not played that on Fortnite. They have a Gundam map? I got to check that out. I thought about building my new 30-minute fantasy kits that I had tonight, but I just kind of decided against that, guys. I was like, I'd rather do this. All right, let's get this lined up in here. Make sure I'm doing up. Got that upside down. That's got to go. Felt like that wasn't right. There we go. And then clean this up. There we go. That's better. And then we're going to take this handle and we're going to turn that like that into there. And we just slap all of that together there. And that folds up in there. That's cool. That's really cool. And now we're going to stick this onto the backpack. And then this piece. Okay, let's see how that works. Kind of. How does that connect to the backpack there? Just kind of squeeze on there. Hang on, before I start. Oh, I see. Kind of goes. All right, I got to move that arm out the way a little bit. Just kind of pick those arms or flatten that arm out there. Turn the rifle that way. Turn the kit towards me so I can see what I'm doing. And then this should just I don't feel like that's right. Maybe I'm not looking at something right here. Okay. There's that one, and then that should, both of those should line up together. There we go. We got it now. We got it. So I had to get it kind of lined up here on the back a little bit. And that was my problem, is I just didn't have it lined up right. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I'll have to check that out. That is looking sick. I like the design of this thing. Set that there for right now because I've got one more part that I got to cut out. A couple more parts I got to cut out. Might as well go ahead and cut this out. All right, now I need a polycap A. Polycap A will go into here. There we go. And then this kind of slides in like this. And then up against that and there. There we go. And now we're going to cut out this last piece from this runner. That's right, Noise Maze. We almost got it done. All right, I got to flip this over. This is going to be a full decal. Ah. The good news is the shape kind of gives away how it needs to go on there. The bad news is I'm going to struggle getting it lined up perfectly. Yep. It's not going on there the way I want it to. Yeah, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. I'm not a big fan of like these kind of shaped decals like that. Oh, what do we get? What do we get? Dave dropping a dab party. Let's go, guys. We're gonna give Dave that dab party. Thank you, Dave. I love this, by the way. This is such a beautiful design here. And that's going to go. Let's get the rest of those decals on first before we try to slap that onto the arm. All right. So looking at this shield, that didn't line up. There we go. Yeah, I can see why painting this one would be better. I can totally see why painting this would make it look so much better. These decals are not finger friendly. Jen keeping the dabs alive. Yeah, it's going to be very fun to balance on that shelf. Wider Spine keeping the dab party alive. Thank you so much, guys, for the dab parties. You guys are awesome. That's why I love this community. You guys take care of me and keep me entertained, and I keep you guys entertained. It's a mutual entertainment. This really is one of the greatest communities here. And I'm so glad that I get to share my hobbies and my fun with you guys every chance that I can get to. We have some amazing people in this community that do some amazing things out there. Like whether it be Dave talking about tech and toys, whether it be Dre who talks about the communities at large and all of the hobbies he's into. We've got Sleeping Collectibles who built an amazing community himself, full of some amazing people. We've got Darth Blaze who plays some killer games and talks anime and manga and all kinds of shows, movies, and things like that. Star Wars related, anything you can think of. There's just so many of you out there that do some amazing things. And we've made some amazing friends along the way. And 2024 was a great year for this channel, guys. And who knows, I might do a 2024 year in review stream while I'm on vacation. Who knows? I might come on here while I'm on vacation just to come say hey to you guys. Just depends on what Jen says. If she lets me get away with it. All right. Let's get that connected. And there it is. The Throne Eins, ladies and gentlemen. Or the Throne Eins. Eins. Now, we got some cool effects here with this where we can take we can take this rifle, turn it out, bring up his rifle here, have it connect. I gotta look at that instruction. It will connect into. Let's stand him up real quick so we can see how this is going to look. I want to see how this is going to look. So we can extend out that rifle all the way, guys. And you see how long that rifle is, guys. Actually, by the way, Michael Reed, his balance point, not bad. This has actually got a really good balancing point here. So that's supposed to kind of sit right there a little bit. It's not sitting perfect. I can't get it to pose perfectly with that. But, I mean, look at that. He's actually staying up on his own. Not too terribly much there, Wider Spine. It doesn't have a lot of my colors there, but once you get it balanced right, this thing will hold it. It'll hold its pose. The only thing I don't like is that. There we go. There it is, guys. The Throne Eins. Eins. Throne Eins. feel like I'm not getting that lined up the way that's supposed to be. Maybe I've got something. Okay, yep. That can come. So if I hold the gun like that. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. But that's a really cool suit, guys. That is really nice. And on top of that, you do get some foldability here, which makes this even cooler. You get the handle there on the back. Let's see, can I pop that handle out real quick? Okay, so if we fold this like this, that puts that there. And then we take the handle out of this right here. And what we do is we fold that down. Ah, cool. Cool. I kind of dig that. So he can actually hold it if he wanted to. That's cool. That's so cool. I do like, we can actually, I feel like that might be backwards. I see. I totally see now. I definitely would love to get a hold to these other suits. Okay, no, it's not backwards. I was just looking at it wrong. Ah, okay. So if I wanted to have, if I had another suit that the 2 and 3 or Zwei and Dry. This thing is super posable. I love that. Guys, okay, here we go. I'll show you guys this in the face, kind of facing you for a little bit here. But posability, this thing's solid. I love a good solid kit, and this thing is super solid. So, yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I believe we have just finished building the Throne Eins. Oh, wow. Here's my Teletubby costume over there. Let's come over. Let's look over here a little bit. Let's look over here. Bring that down there, and we'll rotate that back around so you guys don't have to see my mic there. But I want to take this time to thank all of you amazing viewers for watching tonight. Thank y'all so much for your support, guys. Let's not show everything there. There we go. That's better. That's a little better. But thanks to you guys for tuning in tonight and being here with us and watching the stream watching me build this kit. You guys have been really supportive this year, and I can't thank you guys enough for all that you do to support the channel, guys. But we built the last kit of 2024, guys, the Throne Eins. This has been a fun build for me, guys, and as always, you guys make this just so much fun for me. Just to come on and talk with you guys about Gunpla, and just come on here and meet so many amazing Gunpla builders out there that are watching me build. You guys have made this a great year for not only sharing my hobby, but sharing the channel with you guys, sharing my form of entertainment. You guys are a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see what 2025 brings for us. But again, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight, and thank y'all so much for supporting me. Everybody, Hey, thank you for being here, Michael. As always, you're always welcome here. Dab party for Wider Spawn. Let's give Wider Spawn his final dab party for tonight. Let's give him a dab party. Let's hit him up with that. Thank you, Whiter Spawn, for the dab party. I appreciate it. But, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, go ahead and smash that like button. If you were new to the channel, haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe, guys. Click on that bell icon because that's going to keep you up to date with when I go live, when I put out new content, when I am streaming, and, when I put out announcements to let you guys know, hey, KBG is taking a break for something, or, it could be something going on. Noise Maze, have a great night. Thank you for joining the community, man. It's great. It's great to get to know you. We will see y'all again tomorrow night at 8 p.m. is our next stream. We'll be playing some Sims 4. But anyway, I want to take this time to thank some amazing people, and this is the czars of the channel. $2.99 a month to help support the channel. Your support means the world to me, guys. And again, I want to take this time to thank you for all that you have done. Again, $2.99 is less than a cup of coffee. You get some awesome perks, like getting your name in every video, getting entered in giveaways automatically. You get some awesome emotes to play around with, and you get to see my content before anybody else. So thank you so much, czars. You guys have been phenomenal, and your support does not go unnoticed. I thank you so much. But anyway, comrades, that's it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you so much for watching. Be safe. Be amazing. Much love to you all, and we'll see you in the next stream. Good night, everybody.
This stream has officially ended. Thank you for watching, comrades. Commencing end stream protocol. Enjoy your night.